Alrighty guys, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another live stream, my friends. Hope everyone is having a fantastic day. Hope everyone is doing good out there. So we have an update for y'all. We got this winter storm that is ongoing that we do need to address some updates for and everything like that. But before we do, let's go ahead and give a warm welcome to people in chat. We have Lake Effect, we have Make, let's see, we have Polly, we have Ohio, we have Raka. Tabletop coming in with a $2 super chat. Appreciate it, man. Saying anything severe for coastal North Carolina this week. So as of now, the answer to that is no. The only thing we got going on right now, severe weather-wise, is a marginal risk for severe weather today, mostly across Kentucky and a little bit of like southern Ohio. But for North Carolina, no, we are looking good. Nothing in the long range either. Literally looking pretty good. So to answer your question, man. First of all, thank you for the 2. But to answer your question, the answer is no. So today we do have a little marginal risk, like we just mentioned here, across areas of Kentucky, like southern Ohio. Thankfully, no tornadoes is expected today. The only reason that we really do have this risk here is just for damaging wind possibilities. There's a 5% chance for that risk area here where we could see some damaging wind gusts, you know, possibly in the range of around maybe up to 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts or whatnot. So a little bit of severe weather is possible. But honestly, you know, it's not going to be anything super crazy, I don't think. It's, you know, it's going to be relatively low end if we do receive anything. But we'll see. But the main threat is going to be winter weather, not severe weather. But there is a threat for severe weather for today. So we'll address more of that here in a little. I can't even English in a little bit. Anyways, folks, let's see. What's up, Robin? What's up, Jazz? Hope you're doing good. Chris, what's up, man? Hope you're doing all right. Jazz coming in with a 5 gifted memberships. Jazz, thank you so much for that. Huge shout out goes to Jazz for gifting 5 memberships to the channel. I really appreciate that. So actually, that's another thing I wanted to talk about today, is we're gonna start to do more member stuff here on basically here for Monday. So every Monday we are gonna start to do members live streams as well. Okay, so we're gonna get back into that. But Jazz, thank you so much. I appreciate that very, very much. Huge shout out goes to you. So right now we have, like I mentioned, right at the current moment, we have a lot of winter storm warnings, a lot of winter weather advisories that's ongoing here currently. And all those watches and whatnot have been replaced by those warnings here overall. So anyway, so areas out there by like Connecticut, we have like New York State, Vermont, New Hampshire, portions of like Massachusetts, and even like areas like southern Maine is in the winter storm warning area. And we also do have a little bit of an expansion here on those ice storm warnings out there in southwestern Pennsylvania, as well as one county still here. one? Is that one or is that 2 counties? Well, a little bit of Western Maryland essentially is in that as well. No way, dude. Jazz coming in with a $20 super chat as well, dude. Holy cow. Jazz, thank you seriously so much for your support. That is really, really sweet of you. I appreciate that very much, Jazz. Thank you so much for the 20 and the 5 gifted. Huge thank you goes to you, Jazz. Big W's for you. I appreciate that. Thank you. You are amazing, my friend. Thank you so much for the support. Hey, you know what? It really helps us out, and, you are much appreciated, and it definitely does help keep us afloat. So once again, thank you, Jazz. Huge shout out goes to you, my friend. Thank you. Let's see here. Polly says today I was at Six Flags over in Texas. Very nice. Very nice. But anyways, folks, so they did replace those winter storm watches with winter storm warnings. So those pink polygons that you guys do see here, these are winter storm warnings in effect. So we have portions of New York, like we mentioned here, a little bits of Connecticut, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Vermont, New Hampshire, as well as like southern Maine here too. So those are areas where winter storm conditions is expected. But that is where the heaviest of the accumulations is going to be overall. We do have winter weather advisories, which aren't as significant as winter storm warnings, but still impacts regarding winter weather will be expected across areas like northern Indiana as well as Ohio and whatnot. Honestly, a lot of those areas, I believe, have already seen a lot of a lot of those areas have already seen those impacts and whatnot here. Let's go ahead and hop you guys over here to the current radar real quickly. So this is a current look at everything. Right now across the Northeast, we are seeing, pretty good amounts of snow and ice kicking off currently. I know this is not the winter weather radar, so let me bring up my other program here that we can look at that. So for a lot of the Mid-Atlantic and like the southern portions of the Northeast here, we are essentially going to see a lot of ice, overall with everything. Let's go and hop you guys down here. So that's not the right, not the right one. Here we go. So yeah, you can see across Pennsylvania, there's a lot of ice and sleet and whatnot going on. So this red color you guys see here, this is freezing rain. The green here, this is just rain and whatnot, as well as the orangish color, the goldish color, I guess you can call it. That's where we're seeing sleet, and of course up north with the blue and the pinkish colors, that is where we are seeing a lot of that snowfall. Now for the Mid-Atlantic, for portions of like the lower areas of the Northeast, we're going to be dealing with mostly an ice threat overall. But yeah, for those areas up a little bit more to the northeast, towards like, a lot of coastal New England and whatnot. Actually, let's go ahead and hop to the big radar over here in eastern New Jersey. But yeah, so a lot of these areas, like New Jersey, portions of New York State, once again, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, you guys are going to get mostly snow. For some of you folks, it is going to be a bit of a mixture, getting a little bit of snow and a little bit of ice and whatnot. Ohio says, oh, that is not good. Ohio, I don't know why you're talking in chat. You should probably get some help, honestly. If you just, it's not good, man. Well, I wish the best for you, but honestly, you should probably go get some help. There's not much I can do, but I wish you the best, my friend. Yeah, that's crazy. So, once again, like I said, I just hope that you go find some help, man. There's really not a lot I can do here to help you with that. But sorry you went through that, I guess. That's rough. And, so just wish the best for you. And, like I said, just go get some help because there's really not a lot I can do here, unfortunately. So anyways, so with everything going on here, like I mentioned, here's a little bit more of the timing regarding when we can expect everything. So we do have a lot of that ice that will continue to roll through throughout the evening here. It does seem like the ice is really going to start to kind of dwindle down a little bit. It's going to really start to dwindle down a little bit here post midnight. You guys can see in the top right there, this is based off the NAM 3-kilometer model here. A lot of that ice will start to come to a close sometime around a little bit after midnight or so. But with that being said, there still is going to be a lot of heavy snow with, honestly some pretty big flakes and, likely some, likely some pretty quick accumulation rates overall. Across some of the regions like Connecticut, once again, Massachusetts, in this dark blue area here, that's that. So just make sure that you are, like I said, just make sure that you guys are watching out for that because, those accumulations are going to pick up quite quickly there overall. Now, one thing I do want to bring you guys over to, I do want to look at those accumulations. We're going to dive into the models and whatnot. And we're going to see essentially, here, let's see. Let's go ahead and bring this up here. We're going to look at the models and talk about, what the models are kind of suggesting regarding, let's see here. Oh, is this program going to be, here we go. There we go. Getting it working again. Yeah, this program's been being a little iffy for me, or this website's been being a little bit iffy for me the last little bit. Anyways, so hopping over here to the GFS and whatnot, hopping up to the northeast overall. So whenever it does come to it here, regarding like accumulations and whatnot here, let's go ahead and bring up the 10-to-1. So this is the GFS's latest snowfall expectancy, regarding how much snow we could see. Overall, like we mentioned here, out there by Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, some of like southern Vermont, New Hampshire, we could be in the range of, over 6 inches or so. And it does look like the GFS has uptrended a little bit of that accumulation out there by Connecticut, especially like the southern areas here of Connecticut overall. Could be in the range of upwards of maybe 6-10 inches or so, maybe locally higher amounts being possible. So that's that. Caden, 29 months, tropical storm team. Huge shout out goes to Caden. Caden, I really appreciate that, man. Thank you so much, dude. Honestly, that is crazy. 29, almost 30 months, dude. Almost 30 months. That's crazy. Well, Caden, thank you so much, man, for your continued support for over 2 years. I really appreciate you, man. Huge thanks goes to Caden for the Tropical Storm team. Hope you're doing good, dude. Thank you once again. I really do appreciate that. What's up, Brad? Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing well. So back to the GFS here. Coastal New England, really seeing a pretty good amount of snowfall out of this, according to GFS and whatnot. That is definitely quite hefty. Now, looking at Euro regarding the ECMWF, it's obviously not as significant. However, a good widespread amount of a good 6, possibly, more inches of snowfall could actually occur, out there towards, once again, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island, some of those regions there, could very, very well be still over 5, maybe 6 inches or so. So between the GFS and Euro here, coastal New England's going to be, well within the range of, I'd even say upwards of 5 to 10 inches or so in some of those spots, which that's going to be a fair amount of snowfall. That is enough to cause some pretty big impacts. That's a lot. Causes those road conditions to deteriorate very, very quickly, causing them to become very, very slick. So that is a problem. That is definitely a problem in which, you guys got to really look out there for. The good news, these areas here, obviously often do get, winter weather and whatnot. So they have a lot of supplies out here that can help, deal with the mess that's coming. But meanwhile, until those roads get cleared and whatnot, obviously just be careful. I would avoid traveling, honestly, if you can, because, even snow 5 to upwards of like 10 inches or more in some localized spots is a lot to deal with. It really is. Now, according to Euro, for a lot of areas up here, towards like the main state of New York here, I mean, most of you folks are going to be in the range of around like 2 to 4 inches, locally higher amounts, of course, being possible. But yeah, once again, a lot of the heaviest of that snowfall is going to be for a lot of you folks out there. There's another model we'll look at here. Look at the GDPS overall. Brad, yes, we'll look at that here in a little bit. I'm just talking about the models real quickly for the heavy snowfall and whatnot. But we'll get into, especially later in the stream, we'll get into those personal forecasts and stuff like that. So hang tight, my friend, but we'll get there. So GDPS, so this is the Canadian long range model here. So the GDPS is relatively in sync with what the relatively in sync with what the Euro was suggesting, essentially. I mean, you guys can see here still 5, 6, locally higher amounts in regarding to, localized spots, but honestly, still upwards 5, 6 inches or so. It seems like the GFS is definitely kind of the more aggressive model, up there for the Northeast and whatnot. But like I mentioned, yeah, we'll get into personal zip codes here in a little bit, and I'll do, those forecasts for you guys. Creamed Karn, haven't seen you in a while, man. Hope you're doing good. Saying, reporting from lower Pennsylvania. My porch is barely wet, but very slippery. Be careful out there, man. Actually looking at the radar now for your area. Actually, I already had that up. There's a lot of sleet going on right now. So are you getting a lot of that sleet, I'm sure? There's a little bit of freezing rain also mixed in there as well. This pink or this whatever kind of reddish pinkish color. This is all freezing rain here, and of course the the orangish golden color. This is all that sleet, those little ice pellets, and then of course the bluish purple color. That's all snow. But yes, a lot of you folks are definitely getting it pretty well. Let's actually hop to State College radar, Central Pennsylvania. You can really see the mess that's going on if you look at this radar. It's just layers, man. It's just layers. I mean, you can see the snow up north, all that heavy snow. You know what? We got some really heavy snow bands, mixing in with this too. I mean, look at this. This is this is breaking the scale almost. 50 dBz. Wow. You know what? We're going to actually bring up cameras. I think we might have... see here. I think we do have cameras available for those areas here. Pennsylvania, I believe we do. Maybe. Maybe. I used to... here's what I'm going to do, actually. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to bring up something, guys, real quickly. Here we go. State webcams, Pennsylvania. Here we go. Oh, yeah. So, you know what? It already looks like the conditions out there are already bad. Like, really bad. Let's bring up cameras. And we're going to overlay. I really want to see some of that heavy snow. Like, out there by, like, Williamsport area... radar is suggesting like 40, 50 dBz of snow. Those are going to be fat flakes. Those are going to be those really, really big flakes. Here, let's just try a random camera up towards like Hazleton. Yeah, I believe you folks up there are getting hit pretty good. Let's see here. Here we go. Let's go ahead and bring up a camera. See what's going on here. Okay, the roads definitely look like they're starting to get pretty bad out there. You can see the sides of the roads there having some snow or ice or whatever's on there. I think it's snow. Can I overlay radar on this? Yeah, I don't think I can. Here, let's just zoom up a little bit further up north here. See if we can't get a better camera for you folks. Oh, yeah. Yeah, look at this. Oh, that one's not working. Hey, man, some of these cameras are a hit or miss. There you go. Yeah. No, the roads definitely look like they're getting pretty bad out there already. I mean, look, the bridge here is covered. That is just dangerous. The good news is it doesn't look like there's anybody on this road here, which is good. Stay home, guys. Don't go out. This is some bad stuff, and it's just going to get worse, because this is just going to continue to fall. I mean, yeah, look at those conditions. You can barely see past those street lamps out there. You see how the visibility does get low. Unfortunately, I do see some cars out here, but honestly, guys, it's not worth your life. Please just stay home because, yeah, this stuff is very dangerous. Especially if you're to cross this bridge or whatnot. I mean, the roads become very slick, and especially with some of these regions here, experiencing several inches, of snowfall and whatnot. So you guys just got to be real careful if you are traveling, if you have to. But yeah, honestly, it's not worth risking it, to be honest with you. Definitely would not be risking that. Let's try another camera here. Let's see. So this one's out by Bloomsburg. you can definitely see the roads are starting to look pretty bad. It seems like those road conditions are definitely deteriorating pretty quickly out there in Pennsylvania currently. So just make sure you guys are, staying safe and staying home, of course. What's up, Tom? Hope you're doing good. Welcome, welcome. Cream says the worst has not reached me yet. Gotcha. Well, be careful out there, man. Be careful. Happy I'm off work until Saturday. Hey, you know what? Wait, hold up. Today's Saturday. You mean next Saturday? Hey, man, enjoy your break. It's crazy. Just if you're in this, don't go out in it. Like I mentioned, this is some dangerous stuff, man. This is some dangerous stuff. Yeah, especially in those ice areas. I mean, even a little bit of ice just is a huge, huge problem. Actually, I got some news for you guys. They did remove the severe weather risk. We are no longer in the marginal. It was just a little wind threat. They actually just updated that and they removed it. Good. That's great. It's actually really good news. So no longer a severe weather threat going on here. Let's see. So this is future radar, guys. So this is right around 10 p.m. Eastern time. I know you guys can't see the time, but this is 10 p.m. Today. So in about 2 hours or so. So at around 10 p.m., we're still going to be dealing with a lot of that ice and whatnot across like Pennsylvania, and towards areas like New Jersey and whatnot. And of course, the snow really is still coming down pretty well, across coastal New England and also interior New England, just New England in general. A lot of New York State, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine. That's not that's not Maine, that's Massachusetts. Well, Maine's included too at some point. But Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island, whatnot. Yeah, we're going to be getting a lot of heavy snow overnight. Then, of course, we approach right around midnight or so. A lot of that ice starts to break up. Still seeing a lot of it, though, across like Pennsylvania at this point in time as well. Still heavy snow rolling across the way. We approach around 6 a.m. It looks like, according to this, by the way, I should say, this is the NAM 3K model. So right around 6 a.m. Eastern time, still likely seeing some ice out there towards like southern New York State, Connecticut, Rhode Island, a little bit to Massachusetts here, and up north across, upper New England. Still seeing a pretty good amount of snowfall and whatnot. Then, of course, a lot of this starts to really, honestly, all of this should be out pretty much by noon tomorrow. So this is right around 11 a.m. Tomorrow. So right around noon or so, this mess should be pretty much out of the way, which is good news. But anyways. So that's just a little bit of a timing view for you guys. Now, what I do want to do now, guys, is I do want to hop back to the models again. So we're gonna look really quickly at the NAM model. Actually, I want to pull up the NAM to kind of show you guys what accumulations could look like from that. So let's hop over here to the models again. So and then we'll look at the ice. We haven't looked at the ice yet, so we'll look at the ice and all that because, the ice is going to be actually one of the main problems for this event as well. Anyway, so according to the NAM, or the North American model here, regarding the snowfall accumulations, honestly, pretty good amount. Once again, 6-7 inches or so. To be honest, guys, it really does seem like those models are locked on. Most of the models that we did look at, has been saying that we will be dealing with, upwards of 5, 6, maybe 7 inches or so overall. So, that's going to be something that we're going to need to really look into and that you guys need to prepare for. Obviously a lot of that is already starting to fall, but I just hope that you guys are ready for that because, like I said, it's going to be a pretty good amount of snowfall for some of you folks. Now, in terms of ice, and this is total freezing rain accumulation and whatnot. So, especially, it really does seem to be like the western side of Pennsylvania and those upper elevations could be really dealing with a lot of like freezing rain. We're talking possibly 2, maybe upwards of 4/10 of an inch. I mean, locally, maybe a little higher. Really seeing a pretty good amount of, of ice and whatnot. So definitely be careful, and you really do not want to be traveling in that mess. Also throughout like Ohio and whatnot here, I mean, we're dealing with, especially kind of like northeastern Ohio, just shy of Cleveland and whatnot, seeing, according to NAM here, also a pretty good amount of accumulations from freezing rain and stuff too. Now GFS, the American long-range model here, kind of suggesting the same thing, that areas like northern Ohio, places out there through like central, kind of southern portions of Pennsylvania, even New Jersey, you know, seeing a good maybe 3-4 tenths of an inch or so. I mean, that's problematic. That is problematic for sure. So, got to really be careful with that ice. Ice and snow obviously is a problem, but whenever you like I said, even a little amount of ice can cause big problems and stuff. So, yeah, please be careful. Please be careful out there. Like I said, do not travel. Do not travel unless you really have to, unless it's like emergency. But if you do, be careful, because this stuff is dangerous. And of course, GDPS. This is the Canadian model. This is the Canadian long range. GDPS, kind of in the same boat here as some of the other models. It really does seem like we got a pretty good grasp on what to expect at this point, because obviously we're at the point where we are getting this storm. So it's going to be a little bit easier to kind of pinpoint where. Another thing I will say is those upper elevations in some of eastern West Virginia could get some ice too, so just be careful out there. But it seems like, from the consistency between the NAM, the GFS, and now, of course, the GDPS Canadian model, it really does kind of seem that, like, northern Ohio, of course, working its way into, like, western Pennsylvania and, like, southern Pennsylvania, going into New Jersey overall, could be seeing some pretty good accumulations there. Anyways, all right, everybody. Well, I tell you what, we are going to go ahead and hop our way over into the zip code forecast and whatnot. Like I said, just want to kind of drop everything for you, just to let y'all know what we're dealing with currently and everything. So, we are going to hop over into the zip code forecast. So, if y'all have any zip codes, feel free to let us know. Brad says, "Have a good night." You too, Brad. Thanks for joining. Appreciate it. But anyways, folks, let's go ahead and hop on over here. So like I mentioned, currently we have a lot of winter storm warnings here across the regions of, once again, like southern Maine, Vermont, areas out there by New Hampshire, New York State, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island, and whatnot. You guys have a lot of winter storm warnings out there. And then otherwise, it's mostly just winter weather advisories, even shooting its way up there towards, like, Indiana, Ohio, and whatnot. And we do have a few little ice storm warnings, up there for southwestern Pennsylvania and a county here of western Maryland. So that's that. So that is that. But anyways, so yeah, that's what we got going on there. And of course, actually, we do have a few up in like northern Michigan too. We have a little bit of snow kind of rolling through those regions there as well. So, let's see. What's up, Jay? Hope you're doing good. But anyways, folks, like I mentioned, if y'all have any zip codes, feel free to throw them down in the chat, like I said. And if you guys are new to this, just throw a zip code down the chat. I will pull up the zip code on here. I'll do an example. We'll use where I grew up at as an example here in Virginia. Actually, there's no advise or anything like that for these folks, but for example, say if the location was in one of these polygons, I'd be like, okay, so you're in a winter weather advisory, or you're in an ice storm warning, or you're in a winter storm warning. And then, of course, locally, I will be able to tell you basically what you can expect. Between the ice and between the snow and whatnot, this storm is kind of a problem for both. Both the snow and the ice side of things. There was a little bit of severe weather. Like I said, they just updated the SPC. They did remove that severe weather risk, so that's actually good news. That is no longer a threat. So. But the thing is that we got to look out for now is the ice and of course the snowfall and whatnot. Anyways, alrighty, Brad, welcome back. Let's take a look at 61701. Let's see here. So this is up in Illinois. You are not actually under any advisories or anything. So this system is, really not going to do much for you, to be honest with you. A lot of that is kind of rolled through. There is another system that we're watching here. Dude, Proxy coming in with a $40 super chat. What's up, Prox? Hope you're doing good. Thank you so much for the 40. I appreciate that. Saying hi, Android fam. Snowing right now. What's going to happen later in Northeast Ohio? Proxy, give me 1 second. I'm going to finish up with Brad real quickly, and then I will get to you. But thank you, Prox, for the 40. That is, wow. That's greatly appreciated. Okay, so Brad, really not a lot with this for you. To be honest, like I said, this is just all east of you now. There's another snow system that we're watching that could be impacting areas south of you. It doesn't seem like, well, at least from like GFS and whatnot, it really doesn't seem like you're going to be heavily impacted. Here for the 12th, there might even be another little round. I don't like to go too far out into models and stuff like that. But honestly, like I said, we'll keep an eye on that if it becomes a problem for the 12th and 13th, which is still several days away and is still too early to look at the accumulations and stuff because, of the inconsistencies in the models and, just how far that is. Once again, you know me, I don't like to look any more than 2, at most 3 days for accumulations of snowfall and whatnot because it changes so much. Anyways, Proxy, once again, thank you for the 40. I really appreciate that, my friend. So for you, Prox, let's go ahead and do a general update real quickly for you. I'll let you know what advisory, I should let you know, what you're in for with the advisory you're in. You do have a winter weather advisory. So minus what you already gotten, additional snow call, that's a new one. Additional snow accumulations up to 1 inch, and ice accumulations around 1/10 of an inch. So as we roll through the rest of the night, obviously another inch of snowfall. Not a lot, really. That's not really a huge problem, but another inch of snowfall, additionally to what you already have, and maybe about 1/10 of an inch of ice, which can make some slippery conditions and whatnot. So keep that in mind. So Prox, if you do go out, if you do anything, be careful. I'd honestly advise against it. Because of how dangerous it can be. I mean, even with little amounts of ice and snow, it can still be dangerous. I would advise against it, Prox. So I'd just, enjoy your evening and not have to worry about this until the roads do get cleared, which, could take a day or so. But anyways, Prox, yeah, so about 1 inch of snow, about 1/10 of an inch of ice is expected. Now, in terms of timing and stuff like that, obviously, Prox, once again, thank you for your support. And if there's any questions you have, this really goes for everybody. But, if there's anything else I can help you with, please, don't hesitate. It does look like that this is going to start to transition into freezing rain very shortly, or sleet, freezing rain or sleet very, very shortly. And it does look like that this is going to be kind of rolling out here within the next hour or two. So there's really not a whole lot more with it. So honestly, yeah, most of it's done, Prox. You've already seen most of it overall. So, honestly, you're looking pretty good. But thank you once again, Prox. I really appreciate you. Thank you. Seriously, you help keep us afloat, and I can't thank you more than enough for your support. And once again, Prox, if there's anything I can do, once again, feel free to, don't hesitate to let me know. Okay? Thank you. All right, Miss Anonymous, I got you real quick. Let's see, 02780. 02780. Let's see here. This is for Massachusetts. Okay, so we do have a winter storm warning for you, my friend. This area is actually going to be in for quite a bit of snowfall. So this is from the National Weather Service. Heavy snow is expected. Widespread total snow accumulations between 5 to 9 inches of snow. Highest amounts across northern Massachusetts, where there's a low probability, about a 10 to 20% chance of 10 to 12 inches. Now, when we were looking at the models a little bit ago, I don't know if you were here during that or not, but whenever we were looking at like the GFS, the Euro, the GDPS, all of those models, actually excluding the GFS, but literally the NAM, Euro, and the GDPS, all kind of suggested 5, maybe 6 inches or so. It wasn't really... Only the GFS was really the only model that kind of suggested, upwards higher than that. So, with that being said, I mean, yeah, it's pretty low that you'll see anything, in this realm. But, hey, man, still 5 to 9 inches of snow is a pretty good amount. So be careful out there. I don't think there's going to be any ice with this. I think this is just going to be flat out a snowstorm. It's going to be, too cold, essentially, for ice and whatnot. So, that is good. Alrighty, let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and scroll down a little bit here. Caden says, when I yelled dude, I jumped because I didn't see the donation. Sorry about that. Hey man, that just surprised me, honestly. I honestly was not expecting that. So big shout out goes out to Proxy once again for the support. I really appreciate you, Prox, once again. All right, JW, got you, my friend. Let's see, 46280. 46280. This is up in Indiana. Gotcha. So you do not have any active winter weather advisories, any warnings, or anything like that. So you're actually looking pretty good. Really not a lot going on. The only thing I will say for you, like I was just mentioning for somebody else, and I think it was Brad in Illinois, the only thing that I have to mention is that there might be another snow system. It looks like it'll remain just south of you, but there still could be some changes in the track. A little bit of a north or a south expansion or movement is, still can't be ruled out. Anyways, so we'll keep an eye on that. That's going to be right around the 11th. We're going to talk a lot about that after this storm that we're currently dealing with rolls out. Once this one goes out, we'll talk about the next one, and then maybe even the next one after that at some point, which, if it becomes a problem, of course we will. But anyways, so yeah, really not a lot for you. You're looking pretty good. Not really expecting a whole lot for your region. All right, let's see here. Jazz says, thank you for your generosity towards the channel. Hey, Jazz, you as well, my friend. Honestly, big shout out to both of you, Jazz and Prox. I really appreciate you. So Jazz, no, you as well. Seriously, thank you once again for your support earlier as well. You guys greatly appreciated. I really appreciate y'all very, very much, and you guys definitely do help make this possible. And honestly, I can never thank you guys enough. I really do appreciate it very, very much, my friends. So thank you, thank you. Let's see here. Let me go ahead and sorry, I'm getting a little caught up in the chat here, guys. A little bit far behind, so I'm gonna try to catch you up real quick. Let's see here. All right, JW wants me to look at 46280. 46280. This is up in oh, is this the one we just did? Never mind. My brain ain't working sometimes. Let's see here. Polly says, I know that Texas is going to get some storms next week. So as of now, there's nothing severe expected. So as of the current moment, nothing severe is on the table. SPC, the only thing that we had going for us was that marginal that they just canceled. But yeah, for now, throughout the next 8 days, yeah, honestly looking pretty good. Yeah, we don't have anything severe going on here. Or is that the next 7 days? Yeah, next 7 days. Anyways, let's see here. Hold on a minute. Jazz coming in with another 5 gifted. Dang, dude. Jazz, thank you so much once again for your continued support. I really appreciate it. Guys, y'all in chat, please give Jazz a big thank you as well for now 10 memberships and the $20 earlier. Honestly, Jazz, thank you. I really appreciate it very, very much. Jazz, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really do appreciate you. So thank you. Huge shout out goes to you, Jazz. Once again, I really appreciate you, my friend. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Sorry, y'all. I'm going to try to catch up with the chat here. I think they're showing isolated ice in West Texas for Monday or Tuesday, says John. Here, let's look at that. Let me pull up GFS. Monday or Tuesday. What day is that? That's going to be, the 10th and the 11th, right? That's going to be the day of the one storm that we're going to be dealing with here. I mean, so GFS has a few little blobs possibly out there, towards the panhandle of Texas. I mean, honestly, we'll have to see if that materializes or not. If it does, we'll talk about it. Let's see, does Euro talk about that? Actually, no. Sorry, Euro doesn't have that on this program. Anyways, they don't have Euro, which is unfortunate. Anyways, if it does become a problem, we'll talk about it. But as of now, things can still change for sure. Alrighty, let's see here. Dude, are you kidding me right now? No way, man. Proxy with a 50 now. Dude, no way, man. Proxy, thank you so much once again for another donation. Dude, you guys are amazing. Honestly, I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'm really lost for words. I'm really lost for words, y'all. Thank you. Proxy, thank you for the 50 now. I really appreciate that, my friend. Dude, Jazz and Proxy are the best, man. Thank you guys seriously so much for your support. You guys truly have helped me out a ton, and I'm very thankful for it. Proxy, thank you once again. That is really, really sweet of you. Thank you for the 50. Huge shout out goes to you, my friend. All right, let's see. Janice, let's take a look at yours. 03062. Gotcha. 03062 for New Hampshire. Okay, so you, my friend, you are in a winter storm warning here. So this is from the National Weather Service here. Let's see. A storm will pass south forecast area tonight. Spread snow west to east. Okay, look at this. Heavy snow expected. Total snow accumulations between 5 and 8 inches. So yeah, there's definitely going to be a pretty good amount of snowfall on there. Like I mentioned, with the models, we're kind of suggesting mostly just south of you, like especially the GFS was kind of suggesting the possibility of, possibly upwards of 10 inches or so, which it seems very unlikely. Honestly, to be quite fair with you, to be quite honest, what the median of the models kind of suggested is the fact that we might actually just see kind of in the range of maybe like 5 or 6 inches or so overall. So that's that. You have got to be kidding me. Jazz coming in with a $20, or not $20. My brain doesn't work. I'm sorry. Jazz coming in with a 20 gifted. No way, my friend. Dude. Jazz, thank you for the 20 gifted now. You guys are amazing, dude. Seriously, Jazz, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I truly, truly appreciate your support. Thank you so much for all of your support, guys. Jazz, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I really, really appreciate you very, very much. Like I mentioned, you guys are awesome. I really do appreciate you. And like I said, you guys really do help keep us afloat. And I really can't thank you guys more than enough. So thank you, Jazz. Huge shout out goes to you. I really, really appreciate your support, my friend. Thank you. You're amazing, my friend. You and Proxy, both of you. Thank you guys very, very much. Y'all are amazing. I really appreciate it. I know I sound like a broken record. I really do. But like I mentioned, the amount of appreciation I will never be able to express to you guys how truly much I appreciate y'all. Thank you guys. Much appreciated. Much love to y'all. Thank you very, very much. All right, let's see here. Chris, gotcha, my friend. Wants me to look at 20854. 20854. Let's see here. We're going to hop over to, let's see, this is up in Potomac. So this is actually near D.C., essentially. Good news. Actually, you are not in let's see here. Actually, you're not in any of the advisories or any of the warnings or anything like that, so that's good. Honestly, let's see here. So according to, we're going to bring up HRRR real quickly. This is the HER model. High Resolution Rapid Refresh is what it stands for. Now, let's see here. We're going to load up the 23 Zulu here real quickly, because this one is the latest one we got. Honestly, yeah, whatever's left of this storm is just going to remain likely north of you, to be quite fair. You're not going to really see a whole lot out of this, thankfully. Be thankful, because, honestly, it's going to be very impactful just slightly north of you, with all that ice and everything like that. Huge problem. Be thankful, because this is just going to be shyly to your north overall. All right, let's see here. We're going to hop over here to Robin. Let's take a look over here. Let's see, 44601. So let's see here. This is up in Ohio. Kat, I did not. The amount of people that lives in that area is crazy. Trust me, you're fine. You're good. You're good. Like I said, we're not looking at literal addresses here. This is just a general area. So keep that in mind. You're good. Nothing's going to happen. I promise you. Anyways, so for this part of Ohio, a lot of this is pretty much done here. Did we just lose the stream for a second? Are we still live, y'all? If y'all could tell me, that would be appreciated. For some reason, it just said disconnected and reconnected. I hope we're still live. Anyways, but what I said, though, is, yeah, really not going to see a whole lot out there, to be quite fair. A lot of that's kind of rolled through. Alrighty, let's see here. Brandy, you are very, very welcome. Or are you saying thank you to memberships, I guess so. Well, either way. Sorry, I read that wrong. Alrighty, let's see here. Brandy wants me to look at 63116. 63116. This is up in Missouri. So good news. With this storm system, at least, we are not, like I said, with this storm system here, we are not, not expecting anything. However, there is another storm system here that we are looking for. Here, let's go ahead and zoom a little bit further down in time. So this is from the GFS model. So this is for right around the 10th. There's a possibility of another system rolling through. Honestly, it's still a little early, I think, to look at the accumulations. Tomorrow we will look at them, okay? So, like I said, whenever this storm rolls out, the one we're talking about now, whenever this one rolls out, which it'll be out by tomorrow afternoon. Once this system rolls through, or rolls out, then we'll talk about this one, and we'll give you more updates on that tomorrow, okay? So honestly, really not expecting anything with this one that we're dealing with now, so you're good. See, still live, although lagged for a moment. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what's going on. My internet loves to do that sometimes. Hopefully it doesn't do that again. But anyways, let's see, Miss Anonymous says, I've given my zip code a couple times and been fine. Yeah. Like I said, zip codes just, they don't give you a specific address or anything like that. So you guys don't got to worry about nobody coming to your home or doing anything. Because, like I said, I mean, a zip code just gives you a general area, like a general town. And the amount of people that's in the town, or in these towns and cities is just crazy. Nobody's going to find you. You're good. So don't worry about that. I know there's probably a lot of people that have been a little iffy on that, which I don't blame you. Hey, and if you're not comfortable with it, it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. But I'm here to reassure you that it's okay. It's okay. Like I said, it's just a general area. It's not an approximate location. So, anyways, let's see here. Brandy says, thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome, Brandy. Sorry, my brain's just having a night tonight, I guess. Just having a moment. Anyways, it did freeze. I excited the stream and came back. Oh, y'all, I need to head off here. Not excited. It's exited. You know what, man? We better roll off soon. My brain's just not braining. I'm so sorry. Y'all, I don't know what's going on with me. I don't know what's going on. Let's see. Storm Chaser Alex says, why are we getting so much sleet, not snow? What is forecasted? Let's see. 08901. 901. What is this? New Jersey? Gotcha. So actually for these regions here, yes, there is going to be the possibility of a little bit of ice as well, as you can tell. In these advisories and whatnot, there is, they are talking about, of course, a little bit of ice as well. So it's expected. It is expected for your area. There will be a little bit more snow later tonight, for some of you folks out there. You're kind of on the line, honestly, where we're divided between the ice and the snow. So you're probably going to dip in and out, maybe some ice in terms of sleep, and of course a little bit of snow as well. Probably. Yeah, it was. I ain't going to lie. Anyways, let's see here. Sarah wants me to take a look at, saying lots of snow in 49601. Let's do an update for you, my friend. 49601. This is up in Michigan. You got a winter weather advisory, my friend. Let's see. Additional snow accumulation. So this is not taking into consideration of, what we are. Like I said, this is not taking into consideration of what we already seen, but another 2 to 4 inches is possible until 7 a.m. on Sunday is when the advisory will be canceled. So tomorrow morning. You have until tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Is whenever that expires. But yeah, another 2 to 4 inches is going to be possible in that area. See your proxy threw you off with all the super chats. Dude, honestly, I ain't going to lie. I'm very, very thankful for you. But Jazz and Proxy honestly threw me off. I was not expecting any of that. My mind's just like all over the place, to be quite fair with you. Once again, Jazz, Prox, I appreciate you guys very, very much. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie. It was like, that just threw my brain off a little bit because I wasn't expecting it, to be quite fair. To be honest with you, I was not expecting all that. But seriously, guys, once again, thank you all for your support tonight. very, very thankful for you all, very, very much. So thank you guys once again. I cannot say it enough. Jazz, Proxy, thank you guys. Seriously, you guys are much appreciated, and truly, truly thankful for y'all and for the support you guys have given me. So thank you, and I'll do whatever I can to make sure that you guys are, remaining informed and weather aware as well. Like I mentioned, no matter what it is, snow, shine, whatever it is, we'll be here to help cover cover everything, and help keep you guys weather aware. That's what we're here for, my friends. What we're here for. But I definitely do have to give thanks to you guys because, like I said, honestly, if it wasn't for you folks, this really wouldn't be possible. And you guys really do help keep us afloat. And honestly, I really owe all my thanks to you guys. So I really appreciate it. But alrighty, everybody. Well, guys, if y'all have any zip codes, any more zip codes you want me to look at, like I said, if you guys are just tuning in here, so basically what we're doing here is you throw down a zip code. Once again, for example, throw in an example for a minute. Throw in a zip code. I'll let you know if you're in a warning, an advisory, or a watch, or any type of alert or anything, and I'll let you know how much snow you can expect. Because, like I mentioned, we have a lot of winter weather advisories. We have a lot of winter storm warnings, in effect here. They all range. They're all different as well. For example, like Albany. Albany, New York, between 6 and 11 inches of snowfall. Is expected for you guys. And like I said, it really does change as well, per different location. For example, this one here is between 5 and 8, a little bit lower, but, like I said, we're here to help. If y'all have any final zip codes, we'll be more than happy to help y'all out and let you guys know what you're in for and what you can expect out of this. So one last thing I do want to talk about, though, if we are good, if you guys don't have any more zip codes. One last thing I do want to talk about, though, like I mentioned before, is yes, there is another storm system we're watching after this. This is the one we're currently dealing with. So that's going to roll through. Once again, it'll be out by tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon, it should be relatively out of the way. We get some high pressure kind of building in a big ridge out here towards like the north, the northern plains and whatnot. But actually, there's going to be another winter system, actually a little bit further south. As you guys can see right here for pretty much the late 10th going into the 11th. It's, once again, still a little early for accumulations because, obviously there can still be a lot of changes in the track and the intensity and, who sees snow and who sees rain or whatnot. There still is a lot of variables that can change here. Even though it's only a couple days away. But yeah, this will roll through the 11th going into the 12th. And then after that, possibly even another winter storm here for pretty much the 12th going into 13th. And then, of course, anything after that's just la land, essentially. So, anyways, but let's see here. Let me go ahead and bring this up. Did my chat freeze? Oh, there we go. Yeah, it got a little caught behind there. Anyways, Stars says thanks. You're very, very welcome. No problem. But anyways, yeah. So like I mentioned, guys, we will, we'll continue to keep you guys updated on this. We'll talk more about this tomorrow, whenever this system rolls through. Which, like I said, tomorrow afternoon, and whenever we do go live tomorrow night, we'll be talking about this next storm system. Okay. But, all right, everybody. Well, once again, thank you all so much for joining. That's honestly going to wrap it up here for tonight. We are approaching our hour update here. Once again, everybody, thank you all so much for joining. And, of course, a huge thank you once again goes to Jazz and, of course, Proxy. Once again, thank you guys very, very much. Y'all are amazing and very, very much appreciated. Thank you guys for help keeping us afloat. And help keeping us running. I really cannot thank you guys more than enough. So thank you, y'all. Let's see here. Jazz says, please remember that to like the video. You appreciate the content. Super chats are greatly appreciated and help expenses provide this content. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Like I mentioned, it really does help out. But, honestly, y'all just hanging out with us here and being weather aware is all I really care about. Of course, like I said, the funds really do help keep us afloat. And honestly, yeah, I can't thank you all more than enough. I've said it a million times, but but honestly, yeah, it does help us out a very lot. But like I mentioned, honestly, y'all just having you guys here just to stay weather updated is literally the main reason we're here. But once again, I appreciate y'all. All the rest is just a bonus and just helps us out, and which I'm very thankful, very, very thankful for. So thank you guys once again. Let's see. Appalachian Angel says 38562. Anything soon for us? The last tornado just missed us. Well, that's good. That's good. Let's see. 38562. 38562. This is up in Tennessee. Okay, so good news. Well, first of all, we're actually not expecting any severe weather or anything like that in the future. So we did have a risk that was for today, but the SPC just came through a little bit ago and they canceled that. So that's good news. So no longer an active severe weather threat here. And in the future, as of now, there is no other severe weather expectancy, from the SPC. There's no active risk or anything like that. So you're good. We are watching another system, like I said, for the 11th and 12th or whatnot. It appears it could just be rain for you. We'll have to see if this storm here, drops south or if it drops north. Or I guess it wouldn't drop north. It would go up north. Anyways, uncertainty in track is still a thing. So we'll have to see. So impacts are still not fully known, is what I should say. So we'll have to keep you updated. But anyways, but yeah, regarding tornadic activity or any severe weather, you're good. Yeah, we're not expecting any of that. Miss Anonymous says, thank you, Andrew. You're very welcome. Proxy says, have a great evening, everyone. See you next stream. YouTube Proxy, once again, thank you so much for your support as well. You guys are amazing. Once again, Proxy and Jazz, y'all are the stars of the show tonight. I really appreciate y'all very, very much. But all right, everybody. Well, going to do one last call. Any other zip codes you guys want me to take a look at? Any other forecasts you want me to look for, guys? Like I mentioned, if you have any zip code, I will gladly pull up your local forecast and be able to tell you guys what you can expect for. And, just a little bit of a general overview real quickly. Like I mentioned, we have a lot of these, basically, these winter storm warnings are in effect for these locations here, like eastern New York State, like southern Vermont, southern New Hampshire, southern Maine, all of Massachusetts, really. Also Connecticut and bits of Rhode Island here. These are all in the winter storm warning category. So, heavy impacts regarding winter weather, in terms mostly just snowfall for those regions is expected. Some areas locally 10 or so inches could be possible, but most of you guys are going to be in the range of around like 6 to 8 or so for a lot of you folks up here in these areas. It does range, though. Like I mentioned, it changes over distance. And then, of course, all these advisories we have in effect, and then a couple of ice storm warnings that we do have in effect as well for areas like southwestern Pennsylvania and one county here in western Maryland as well is there. And let's see, between 2 and 4 tenths of an inch of ice for those ice storm warnings, or for the one out here at least in Somerset area, southwest Pennsylvania. That's a lot. That is a lot. And like I mentioned, y'all, please avoid travel. Make sure you guys are staying safe out there. Avoid travel. You guys don't want to go out in this mess. I mean, even the advisory areas can seriously still have some problems. The advisories are there for a reason, to advise you of nasty weather and of course the impacts because of it, and of course especially for those warnings there, that's where they're basically warning you that there's a lot of impacts, especially with the snowfall, or really mostly just the snowfall for those regions there. So that's that. All right, everybody. Well, that's going to go ahead and wrap it up here. Once again, thank you all for joining. Of course, another thank you goes to Jazz as well as Proxy. You guys are amazing. I really appreciate y'all and your support tonight. You guys are awesome. So thank you guys very, very much. Well, that's going to go ahead and wrap it up here for tonight. Once again, tomorrow evening, we'll go live again for the next storm system. Shadow, I got you, my friend. I caught you there last second. So, but yeah, tomorrow we will go live again for you guys tomorrow evening. But Shadow, let's go ahead and take a look at yours real quickly, and then we're going to roll off here. 40356. For Kentucky, you, my friend. Okay, so with this next storm system for the 11th and 12th, you could be getting some wintry precipitation. We'll have to see. Nothing's set in stone yet. There still is a little bit of wiggle room that we're still going to need to look out or kind of deal with here for a little bit. So come back tomorrow night. I'm not sure what time we'll go live. We'll probably go live around the same time, to be honest with you guys. But tomorrow night we'll be talking about this next storm here. because the one we're dealing with now will be gone by the time we stream next, in which, next up would be this guy that we need to look out for. So, but yeah, so between the 11th and 12th, look out for possible impacts, as, we do have the potential for another winter storm coming through. So be careful out there. But it's still a little early to tell the accumulations and stuff like that. And as of now, obviously, well far enough out for any advisories or warnings. It's going to take a little bit of time before those come out. But yeah, we'll keep you posted. Definitely keep you posted. Let's see here. Jazz says, have a great night and stay warm. See you next time, Andrew and the mods. Thank you, Jazz. Once again, I appreciate you. Hope you have a wonderful night too, my friend. Thank you so much. And alrighty, everybody. Well, thank you for joining. Stream's going to head off here in approximately 2 minutes. So go ahead and say goodbye to your friends, your family, anybody you're hanging out with in the chat. Of course, once again, Proxy, Jazz, thank you guys once again for your support. As always, I appreciate you. And, of course, everybody else for joining us. Thank you guys for hanging out with us, being a part of this. And, of course, if you have not already, consider leaving a like, hitting that subscribe button. It'd be greatly appreciated. And alrighty, everybody. Well, thank you so much for joining, everybody. Thank you all. And once again, we'll keep you guys updated. We'll give you all another update on the next storm starting tomorrow. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining. Y'all take care. Catch you on the next one. Peace out.